looking that the mother is dying and the baby monkey is still saying that save the forest. As a zoologist, I can connect myself to this Bezuba animals. So I would not take much time, but I will say that Dr. Joseph Sir has already made my speech very easy, because I'm only going to talk about how to save Mother Earth and what innovations we have inculcated in this new century. Green Earth Renaissance. First of all, I'm glad to speak on this. The term Renaissance means a rebirth and is precisely what we strive for, rebirth of values that place the environment at the heart of every decision we make, whether as individual, organization or nation. Let us embrace renewable resources, energy, reduce our reliance on fossil fuels and invest in sustainable innovation. Already Dr. Joseph Sir in the first half has explained about the sustainability, and what I like the most is he defined as the 3 I's, which is a need of an hour to follow. Today let us speak about action, speak louder than our words, whether it is through policy, education, conservation or community effort. Each step forward is a step toward a greener, more just and more sustainable future. Let it be a mindset, movement and a mission we carry forward every day. Next slide please. So as you know that there are a lot of problems that we are facing on this earth: biodiversity loss, pollution and deforestation. Every time there is a government and come and talk about the development, we go with the development, but basically what about our Mother Earth? Next. If we talk about the vision, all are talking about AI technology, the role of AI in science, technology, also in the ecology conservation. During my research, I had found that there are so many fish species which are getting extinct due to the loss of pond, rivers, and also due to the the local fishes are getting extinct due to the massive anthropogenic activities which is taking place in the cities. And you know that Mumbai, it's a slum area, and there are a lot of gutters, and also there are a lot of slum small houses where people live there in a very small places. The people, those who are really underprivileged and marginalized, they are struggling hard to catch the fish for their livelihood. The role of AI in the Renaissance. One of the defining feature of this movement is integration of AI. Smart systems are also now used. If you talk about the case study in Kenya, in Netherlands, they are adapting the smart agriculture. They are also monitoring the endangered species through drones. They are managing the energy consumption with the help of machine learning. They are optimizing the crop yields with less water and waste management. Carbon capture and storage monitoring. There are smart warehouses, they are using smart cities, smart health, smart transportation, where the AI is not there. Autonomous clean energy management, carbon capture and storage monitoring, these are also basically inculcated to save our Mother Earth. Next. Kenya's AI-supported solar microgrids, Netherlands precision farming, AI climate prediction tools. Our IIP PDF innovators, they are actually my colleague Dr. Ashish Baldania. He is also working in climatic change, and he has also been into the research papers for the AI in climate change and protecting the climate. So what is the benefits of the digitalization? Basically, drones are very used in Netherlands smart agriculture to identify the diseases with the drones in the plants. Even plants are very sensitive towards the environment. They have diseases. There are a lot of fungal infections in the environment. The spores aspergillus is spreading. Why? Because of lot of anthropogenic activities. And hence, this drone's digital software is used to identify those particular pest-infested plants where the normal agricultural farmer cannot reach. So there we can, number of drones are actually used in Dutch agriculture system. Drones are also working with the GPS. This is actually not possible in the greenhouse with manually. So smart farming is a type of farming where the automated transport system moves the crops as well as tulip flowers, and most of them I have seen that the tulip are grown partially in dark as well as partially in LED light as well as partially in the daylight. So basically they are maintaining the photoperiodism of the flowers. We can also maintain the photo and the reproductive activity with the photolight in the fish in the deep sea fishing. So ethical AI use and sustainability, where already Sir has mentioned about the sustainability and the 3 I's. So Green Earth Renaissance is actually opportunity and remind us the challenges are very complex and our capacity to change is very greater if we maintain the humanity. As we celebrate today, we should ask ourselves that how we can sustain our earth with the help of Save Water. The world is in your hands, recycling as well as green light. During my visit to Guwahati, when I last night when I accommodated in the SBI transit camp, I have seen that the entire SBI colony and the quarter is actually under the surveillance of this green energy. So the pictures which I had taken is actually from the SBI Transit House last night only, and I have learned how they are doing the rain harvesting, how they are using solar microgrids, and how they are actually more eco-friendly. So I'm blessed that while landing to the Guwahati, I was connected to the Earth World Summit. So AI is a powerful ally, but the humans are the heart. So what I feel, together we can restore the balance to our planet. As the Pope Francis said that rivers do not drink their own water, trees do not eat their own fruit, sun does not shine on itself, and flowers do not spread their fragrance for themselves. Living for others is a rule of nature, and we all are born to help each other. So through this ethics, we should maintain our Mother Earth. We should give whatever we are taking from the nature, we should give the same thing to the nature. So what are the actions we can make? There is a small glimpse where I try to, as a citizen, as a Mother Earth child, I try to maintain the sustainability. Next. So where we are here, we are actually today meeting for the World Summit. So last night, one of the Eudoxia officer, Sumoni, he gave me a very warm welcome. There is a ocean cleaning drive where every Sunday we Vasait take place, and in that drive my students are also along with me. So every Sunday, if every Sunday it's not possible, but every 15 days I go and clean my beaches. There is a fisher woman who is actually striving for the livelihood. Every time I go and meet my fisher women for the sustainability of the fish farm and the pond, that is also the fresh water, because marine fish you get, because it's like, you know, marine ocean